Hi, this is Mark with Alaska Boys, and I'm here with Hunter. This morning we went out king fishing down at Kachemak Bay, and we caught 4 king salmon. So right now we're filleting them back at home, and we flew down there, and so because of weight, what we did is we cut the head and the tails off, and then and gutted them, and then we're bringing them back here to fillet. So here is in our cooler. Here's some of these kings, really nice. I mean, in comparison, you can see how big these fish are. Really nice. That one was about 26, 27 pounds. And Hunter's over here scaling them. We'll get some of the scales and the slime off. And then I am filleting them. We're gonna eat one tonight with some friends, and Grandma and Grandpa are coming over. And then we're gonna package up the others and freeze them for later, for winter and whenever. Okay, so right here we are going to cut this fin off right here. You can use these for bait for halibut.
These are a bit big.
They're a little bit big, so. And then
Can we use lemon?
Just go straight down.
yeah, cut right down through the middle there, Hunter.
Well, Grandpa told him to get his lemon.
Okay, easier would be like this, Hunter. Watch. Instead of that, just go to the anus right here. Just go up.
Where did Everett go?
This. And then right up through there. There you go. Then we're done. And then we'll get these guts out here and rinse that out too, Hunter. Bring this one over and gotta start filleting it. Okay. All right, so here we have a full king salmon. And usually what I do is I start right here and I make a cut right up here by this fin on either side. And that really helps later to help have a clean fillet. So I do that, make a little cut right here. Just what I do is I cut in and I'm following those bones right there. Then come up here and we enter right here, and we're gonna follow this backbone. You know, some people will go and they'll just cut straight through and waste a ton of meat. This way is the best way I know to get as much meat as you can. So I'm following the backbone right here. And then I peel it up and I take this fillet knife and you can bend it. You come follow that backbone. So we're falling right on those ribs. You get to the middle section, you kind of have to lift it up to go over the vertebrae there. And now we're just following these ribs here. Man, that is awesome, good looking meat. This one is so fresh.
Hey, Luna.
All right. And then all we have left here is the backbone. Really nice fillet. All that good stomach meat, the chest. Bones are right along here. You could just trim them. Very nice. Okay, for the other side, you flip it over. You already made that other cut. Find the backbone here. Follow that backbone. Gotta peel that back. Run your knife right along that backbone. Sliding that knife down just along that backbone and trimming off any skin here. So here you can see there's not much meat. I could have done a little better. There's a little bit of meat there. You could trim that off for sashimi or if you wanted. I'm gonna put it over here in the fish stock, but really, we got really nice fillets right here. Very little wasted meat. It's gonna be delicious. Now I gotta measure it up for portion sizes to fit in our containers. Okay, so for seasoning, we're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna cook this on our Traeger grill out on the deck. We've invited some friends over. And I have a salmon rub here. It's like a kind of a chili spice with sugar, brown sugar, and we're gonna use that one. We've made some homemade ones. This is just one I found in the cupboard. Hard to go wrong with fresh salmon. So here we go on this one. So here, I'm gonna get this out. Get some of this on there. Yep, that's good. Thanks, Hunter. Okay, so take this, rub it in there. This King Salmon, it has enough oil and fats in it that you don't need to add anything. It is just fine the way it is. You could add a little oil if you needed to, but there's a lot in this fish. So I'm just rubbing this on here like that. Really good. I don't know if we have enough actually. Might need another chunk. Okay, on this one, I'm gonna get some teriyaki. Okay, on this next one, I'm gonna just stick some Yoshida's generic teriyaki stuff. Hard to go wrong on this. We've tried a lot of different teriyakis. This one's great. So we're gonna stick this, just put this on there to kind of marinate. And I'll get a spoon and spoon it back over it later. We have this foil here just to kind of keep things clean and help with the cleanup. Rubbing that all over on it, and then it's good. I think I'm gonna take another chunk here. I'm looking at how much we have, and I think we're gonna want more. So I'm taking this and put this here. Yum. Okay. There we go. This is a mega fillet. I mean, this thing is like 1 inch thick, and it's crazy. Fills up the, I mean, this is gonna fill up a whole cookie sheet if I stick it on it. Here. This fills up a whole sized cookie tray. So we'll cut that into chunks and then freeze it up. For the packaging, we use Ziploc freezer bags. And a lot of people will poo-poo this, but I think the reason is if you do it the right way, we keep the fish good for a whole year, and it's just fine. So a lot of people use these. I don't think they freeze them the right way, and they get freezer burn, and it's not so good. So the way we do it, we fill up our bags with the portion that we want, and I'll be doing that right now. And then we add a small amount of water to kind of fill in the gaps, and we suck out the air and seal it up. You can pretty much do the same thing with a vacuum packer, but we don't have a vacuum packer. These are very inexpensive, and it works really well for us. So that's what we're doing right now. Our boys eat a lot of fish, so we use pretty big packages. And then my favorite lunch at work is leftovers from the night before. So we have big packages of all the stuff we freeze and make sure we eat it all. Another thing is a lot of times when we're packaging this fish, we might be down at our cabin where we don't have a vacuum sealer or electricity. So this works really well down there. And then you can go drop it in the freezer as soon as you get home and it's all ready to go and sealed up. All right, one of the challenges that you have with using a vacuum sealer is sometimes the packages are all different shapes and it's really hard to stack them efficiently in your freezer. Once this is done, you'll be able to see that these are all nice, square, kind of semi-rectangular pieces, and we stick them on these cookie pans and stick them in the freezer so they all freeze in these nice stackable bags. And then that way we can just fill up like a cardboard box in the freezer full of fish, and it's super efficient use of your space, and it stays really cold, and we found that works really well. All right, we have 3 cookie trays totally loaded full of king salmon, and I'm gonna take these out to the freezer and then I'll layer them in there and stack them, and they'll freeze overnight, and we'll be set for fish for the next 6 months or so. For these at least, we'll be fishing all summer long and getting other fish too. All right, that's heavy. Okay, here we go. We got them up here. They're gonna freeze overnight. We got some moose roast. This is full of halibut and rockfish. That's black bear for my son's bear. Here's some more moose, raspberries from our garden. So we're all set. Oh, look at that fish. That is looking good. That's really close. All right. All right, probe. Okay, a little bit more. I'll have to get a fork and check this. Almost done, I think. Hope you enjoyed coming along and seeing what it takes to take some of that fish we catch and turn it into a good product that we can eat all winter long in the freezer. A lot of people think, oh, you know, so lucky you catch all these fish, you get to eat it. And that's true, but there's also a lot of work that goes into all that. Cleaning it, preparing it, freezing it, getting all ready to go, but it's totally worth it, and that's what we eat all winter long. Salmon, halibut, moose meat, and whatever else we've shot that year. So totally enjoyed having you come along. Hope you can subscribe to the Alaska Boys and find more great videos of all the fun things that we do up here in Alaska. Till next time, thanks, bye.